I will have my opinions. My opinions are subject to change. We're mostly just learning. So this isn't just me criticizing hero design or telling you exactly how to play. This is just figuring stuff out. So first things first, combo mobility hero functions best in close range, going for cycles of pressure around CDs, in and out tempo, dive DPS. My initial thought is that I actually think she might be more tempo focused than even Genji. So tempo, what's tempo? Tempo is your timing of your cycle. You go in, you go out, you go in, you go out, you go in, you go out. Very similar to how Winston with Bubble uses his cycles of cooldowns, goes out. I look at characters like Genji Tracer, even. They have cycles of cooldown around recall, around deflect and dash, but I think they have a more flexible neutral game with their ability to wall climb, reposition, and I don't think Tracer forces her recall. If that makes sense. Like, Tracer doesn't force her recall, and Genji doesn't always force his dash either. He might take an angle and just shoot, and then use the cooldowns as necessary. Same thing with Tracer. Anran, I get the idea that she actually has to kind of force her dash. Like, she has to, if you don't, depending on the situation, but a lot of times I actually think you are actively forcing at least one of your cooldowns in an engagement. Maybe even your iframe. Like, you're dash in, iframe, dash out. Like, it's like you're kind of, it's like Winston. Like, Winston doesn't wait to use bubble. He sets it up and forces it. And it feels like the same thing with Anran, to where it's like your cooldowns are situational, sure, but I think more so than some of the other DPS, you're not like even Sombra. Like, Sombra has an angle, and if you don't force her translocator, maybe she just never uses it for a while. I do think that to an extent because your neutral game feels really weak without your dashes, I do think you're probably going to be finding ways to get value in as quickly as you possibly can. So the question is a dash in, iframe, dash out the foundation? Not something that you do every time. There's obviously nuance there, but like it's like the gameplay loop that you start with as a beginner and kind of start to learn when and where to kind of deviate from there. Also, is fan always option on targets on fire? Do you M1 dash cancel always? Is combo potential is where? Where can you use thank you for the gifted sub. My internet's struggling. I'm actually gonna shut down Discord really fast just in case that's not helping. Make sure if there's anything else I can shut down. Okay. Where's my notes here? Is weaving M1, M2 still situationally decent? I would have said yes. And then as of 2 days ago, I would have said no. And then as of today's buff, I would say I don't know. I don't know. Also, with lack of cleanse and iframe being limited, is it even worth to use reactively or just proactively? Because it gives you, I think, 50% of your burn meter rather than 25. And then also, it has a little bit of a wind up, and it's just not really good to get out. The foundational combo is less foundational than you think so far. Right. Well, we'll see. Makes sense. M1, M2 on tanks, M2. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Iframe really just feels to me like now where it's just like a layering ability and not something that you need to put a ton of thought into anymore. Bro, what is going on my internet? Am I still here? Like, are you guys, am I lagging? I'm red barring. Freaking sucks. I have no idea why it would do this. Let me check the router. Love it. Fine now. It's freaking 5 bars of connection. And I have red bar. Sorry, guys. Like, literally no reason why this should be the case right now. Literally no reason. I'm going to have to take note and complain. I'm just praying for fiber, man. I'm so tired of this crap. This isn't not, it's not even like I'm using like less than a quarter of what I should be for upload. The stream is entirely black and the stream has exploded. It's over. I appreciate that. Right. Is M2 in tough situations something to value more because ease of use? Just because M2 is a lot easier to land, right? And if you're really close to setting somebody on fire, sure, you could do more damage if you shoot them in the head with M1. But is it just better to just fan and just guarantee the burn, especially when you're close? Oh, yeah, I need to change title. Frick, man. I am so far behind the curve here. Okay, now my OBS is not working. Frick, dude. Looks like your encoding is overloaded. No, it's not. I mean, if it is, it's unrelated to the internet. I'm getting red bar, which is exclusively internet connections. There's no drop frames. So it's internet. And now it just completely cuts out right there. Actually tilting right now. Let me check. Let me just do Control-Alt-Delete really fast here and see if there's anything using the network right now. There should be nothing using the network right now. Performance. Or resource monitor or whatever it is. Yeah, it's just OBS. Yeah, nothing. No idea. No, it's not OBS. I've had situations like this where, I mean, it is OBS using it, but I've had situations where it's like the internet is, the upload speed's way slower even when, and I'm not even streaming. And I'll know because I'll start an upload of a VOD that normally takes 50 minutes and it's scheduled for 45. I'm like, what? Okay, well. Yeah, if you guys have any suggestions for short-term stuff, just shoot me a message. I've had internet issues for years, sadly. I am not getting any more consistency out of it. The reason why we switched to wireless rather than wired with the 5G is because this is really annoying, and this happens frequently. But with, if you guys remember the Spectrum days, it would literally cut out, and that would be the end of the stream for the day. So, love that. From my experience, M1 and M2 weaves are best in close range, maximizes burn proc. Okay. And there's also like usefulness of the melee dash cancel, and hold to dash has to be the play now, right? Which ult is better? Which perk to use? My gut says that the second major perk is better, but the minor perk I'm honestly not too sure. So we'll see. Ping your default gateway and look for timed out requests. I would love to do any one of those things, but let's see here. 6 of those words, I don't know what they mean. I got a message that they're working on installing fiber, but nothing else. What if your E ends to the last hit target so you can combo with your shift as instead of one for you can always use it as trade bank? Yeah. I'm not really sure. And we're gone. Okay. Let's so my thought process with Anran here, which maybe it'll be better if we look at some, so the flick to jump is like really important. Flick to jump tech. It's not really a flick, like you can just jump and get the same amount of height. But basically the concept is that like a lot of the mobility in terms of verticality especially is front loaded in that first bit of the dash. And so if you shift here and then try to go up, you're not going to. Uh-oh, there's the internet again. There's the latency. And so really you have to kind of use that early bit of momentum to get the verticality that you need, which is really, really important. They did nerf that recently, but it's still good enough to where it functions as it needs to be. The only downside is that if you want to get really high, you do have to chain it. So, right, so you do have to chain both back to back. Now you can notice here that I'm going to have hold to jump enabled. So that's a hero setting under, please, hero and HUD. And then you can go to Anran, and then you can go hold use in front of rush. I have that on so that the second I release it, it stops. So I don't have to double tap it. Lothu, thank you for the sub. Thank you, Varashi. I appreciate it. Can you message me a reminder? I would appreciate it. I will otherwise probably forget. Remind me later, Ozai. That's new to me. But yeah, basically, you can cancel your shift and get verticality now. And this is how you get verticality with Anran. So, yeah, you can melee now. Well, my question is, yeah, that's what I thought. I don't know that, I think the melee is something that you could do. It's probably decent in situations, but I'm not so sure that that's better because the delay after dash should be longer. Wait, is it? Wait, is it not? Is there no animation delay after melee? Was there even a wait, why did that not do damage? Or burn? Hello? I think I might have just discovered a bug. When I melee cancel, not only does it not melee, but it doesn't do damage. So you see that? But watch this. No, it's not my Wi-Fi. My latency is 670. It's fine. Wait, now it's working. You guys saw that though, right? Like I flew into the target, melee canceled. The melee doesn't go off and he doesn't take shift damage. That was really weird. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, I think the question here, and somebody's going to have to playtest this more than I am, going to spend time on it right now, is that delay feels so bad. Like, the fact that you can melee cancel the shift is, like, fine, sure. It's like diva boosters, that's cool. But, like, you're losing, that animation drags out your next primary fire so much that I'm not so sure that it's worth. Like, ugh. Wait, that one was faster. Okay, maybe the you have to get the timing right. And yeah, like you guys said, I'm struggling with sometimes the melee just cancels the dash entirely. In which case, why would I just not just half hold the shift? So keep an eye on this one. This one needs to be tested more. It's a finish, no? Yeah, no. But people are saying that I want to make sure that it's like other melees where you don't really want to do. I want to make sure it's there. It was. Did you guys see it? Did you guys see it? Did you guys see it? It didn't do any damage there. It didn't do any damage. So I think it's like a normal melee where you don't really want to use the melee during your dash cancel unless the target's already low. You get what I'm saying? So you'll release like normal. You didn't get a hit indicator there either though? Right, that's what I'm saying. I flew through the target. Like I swear I'm going through these targets, or at least hitting them with a hitbox. Like look. That hits, and I wasn't even anywhere near him. You know, like, something like that has to be the play. Or, like, you know, something like, just like a normal combo. So, yeah. There's something in Overwatch where, like, I think there's exceptions to this rule. I think Winston is... Well, maybe Winston is
I used to laugh at safety. Now
there's... there's things in Overwatch where like the melee cannot be animation canceled. So in other words, if I go here, you can even see it. You can't. It's the same thing with Genji. You can't animation cancel melee. And I think that's by design, because if you could, you'd have some crazy broken combos where you could do like imagine if Genji could animation cancel his melee with dash. Like that would be so broken. Like you have the melee animation cancels other things, but it's a dead end. I used to do this stuff in MMOs all the time. I played a class that had like a ton of animation cancels, and I would call it, I dubbed it, there's animation cancels, there's immediates, and then there's true immediates. So immediates are where they cancel whatever animation that you're doing, like a melee, but they are a dead end. They're like a cul-de-sac. You know, you hit the dead end and that's it. They'll chop off whatever you're doing, but they're dead end. Then there's true immediates, which will not only animation cancel what you're doing, but you can animation cancel their animation cancel. So you can go 1, 2, 3 instead of 1, 2. Melee is a dead end. Melee is a fake immediate. It is not a true immediate. Would it make it more skillful? Yes, but it would. In a first-person shooter, you have to be kind of careful about how many abilities that you can layer, because the difference between an MMO and a first-person shooter is that time to kill in an MMO is way, way, way higher. So it takes a lot longer to be able to kill somebody. Where in a first-person shooter, if you can animation cancel like 5 different things at once, you just one-shot people. You just one-shot people. So there needs to be a ceiling of how much you can animation cancel, because otherwise it would get ridiculous. I like animation cancels. I want animation cancels, but it should be like, there really shouldn't be a true immediate in Overwatch, with some few exceptions. Like that's right. That's perfect right there. But imagine if you could like animation cancel E. Like imagine if you went Shift E, double tap E into Shift. Like I'm getting like Lord of the Rings vibes here. Like that would just be so broken. You know, that would just, the time to kill would just be absurd. So anyway, doesn't look like there's too many crazy new things, at least at the obvious. We'll watch some other pro players execute some of this stuff and see how they're doing. Yeah. How's it feel without hold a dash? I mean, I don't like. I don't think it shouldn't change anything. Maybe I'll turn it off and see. Yeah, dude, it's weird. It doesn't melee immediately. It's not like Diva boosters, y'all. I have to stop the animation before I melee. Look. You see that? That's without hold. It's not like Diva boosters at all for comparison. Like you can even just keep on, like even back in the day, you would cancel boosters and melee immediately. So it'd be like you see that? You didn't even see the melee. Right? It was actually done, but Anran is not like that. Anran, there's so definitely feels like there needs to be some coding work done there. It's not very well executed right now. Because it is, and it also, it seems to be no ragging sometimes. Yeah, no, I agree with you, Rhea. I don't think the melee thing is like a hill to die on. It's just interesting to note that that made the patch notes, and yet I don't think it's been finished. So we'll see. So the first melee after shifting is just to stop the shift, and you need another melee to do damage. Right, exactly. It's really weird. At which point, it's like, why is that setting even there? It's super weird. Okay, so we won't, that's more design stuff, more bug fixing. We're not really gonna worry about that. Thoughts on ult, guys? Like, okay, so if the ult is weird because, okay, so I don't even know if the people know this. I'm pretty sure you can target people with your ult. You see that little lock? You see that? I didn't know this at first, which I believe gives it a soft track. I'm pretty sure, or maybe even a hard track. Did you guys see that? So if you do lock onto somebody, maybe I should do that with somebody else. Let me try and find a moving target. It's a really cool ultimate, but yeah, it is a bit odd. Let's try to do this again. It locks into airborne targets? Okay, I didn't know that. Yeah, see? What? I locked, but I didn't track there. You guys see that? It didn't really track. Hang on a second. Oh, frick, man, I gotta change the setting. It's freaking garbage setting. Where is it? Give me the hold. Weird. Revive version feels weaker than the attack version. Maybe the attack version is pretty decent, especially with that perk, but yeah, look at that. I swear I locked on there. So what's the point of the lock-on then? Yeah, so I'm not sure how I feel about the revive, but I don't know. Like, dude, like, I don't know. Like, all-inning airborne targets. Got it. Okay. Okay. Oh, frick, I didn't have to. So I'm on the fence with her ult in terms of, like, it's the minor perk obviously only works with... Well, actually, no. Heat Shield should work with the other one, but the 50 overhealth is nice for reviving for sure. But he obviously probably going to be better for non-revive version. Let me just turn off my face cam like last time. Because it's kind of a gamble about whether you're actually going to hit anybody with your revive. Basically, you never do. But that's not why I like the revive, at least on paper. It's the fact that you can use your entire set of abilities, die, and then just it's like Echo in that regard. So, I don't know. I think maybe y'all are sleeping a little bit on the revive, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. One thing that you have to do with your revive, though, is if you do die, you need to make sure that you have your cooldowns. You don't get faster cooldown regeneration when you die. Right, exactly. So you need to kind of sit there and, and then I'll show it here. Oh, come on, Bubba. This is not the way I wanted this to go. Are you freaking kidding me? Are you kidding me? I can't die when I want to die. This is insane. Kill me! Why is it not shooting me? It's going through me! How? And so I'm gonna wait. Oh, frick. I'm done. I can't even. I looked off for a second because I thought the internet cut out. I forget that. I just give up. Anyway, you can wait for your abilities to regenerate. And it's also because, okay, there's this weird dynamic where you're kind of like pulling attention as well because they're kind of spooked because they can see your corpse, right? That's a little dark. No, but they can see where you are. And so you can kind of sit there and pop it, and then you come out with 50 overhealth if you have the perk. I don't know. Maybe y'all are right. Maybe the perk is better for the other ult. Sorry, is better. But I really do feel like a revive should be really good in terms of consistency. If you're patient with your cooldowns, if you're patient with your cooldowns. So, but we'll see. I also think it does damage when you're reviving, not only after you burst out. Oh, when I'm like actually start the revive? Yeah, the range and ult is really big, yeah. Okay, you know what that reminds me of? This reminds me of... I know you guys can't see me. I'm doing you guys a favor. That reminds me of any Night Rainers in chat? Any Night Rainers in chat? You guys, any Night Rainers in chat? I mean, you know what this is. No? Come on, you know exactly what that is. I'm getting the dopamine hits already from it. Associative dopamine. Freaking Undertaker ult, baby. Dude, so satisfying. Holy crap. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, it's cool. It's cool. I think the biggest reason why you'd use that ult is not necessarily the damage. I mean, obviously the damage. It's just the guarantee of setting somebody on fire is, like, really valuable. Like, that, like, instantly, like, just you have all that burn is really, really nice. Now, the challenge, though, is, like, which miner do you choose? I think Meme Lord Ozai made a really good point in my DMs earlier in the week where he was saying that, like, sure, this looks great, and this seems kind of underwhelming, but you realize that when you're dueling somebody, how long they burn doesn't really matter, Like, it does a little bit more DPS, sure, over an extended period of time if you disengage or you engage, but, like, really the damage that matters is setting them on fire and then the active DOT while you're fanning them. So this is maybe something that needs to be experimented with a little bit more. Maybe something you need to experiment with a little bit more. Because, yeah, I'm honestly not too sure. You poke a lot in this hero? Right. Okay, so, well, see, this is the thing, though, right? Like, I've got people like, oh, Heat Shield is super good. Klups is a high-ranked DPS player. And then Rhea is like, well, actually, you poke a lot in this character. And we're like, so, I don't know. Frick me, man, So, honestly, Rhea, unironically, I might actually want one of your codes. I would like to look at some pro Anran, but I would like to look at something in a more ranked environment versus other matchups. It might actually be good to look at one of your codes. So maybe we'll look at a little bit of both.
Now they call me.
I do think Hungering Blaze is probably the choice, especially if you're, I don't know, like I think like 1.5 seconds is good, sure, but like 50 health on Dancing Blaze is like really nice in 1v1s, and if you can get 2 people, even better. That's probably the more consistent sustain. I think anything that can give her more sustain is better. I don't think Short Fuse changes the break points of your dashes enough to where you're going to get 3 dashes when you need it. If this was like, okay, you can actually pretty consistently get 3 dashes, that's probably good. I don't know if we're there yet, though. So my gut says Smolder probably, and I would probably choose Smolder Hungering Blaze most of the time, but I'm very open to being wrong here. No, I don't care, Rhea. I would say just like anything that's not, I honestly, anything. Anything is fine, Rhea. I'm going to look at the pro Anrans first, but I'm impressed. But we will look at yours. Okay, so can somebody link the OWTV GG replay code website? And then any suggestions for Anrans to look at? Short Fuse probably decent in 6v6. Maybe, but you're going to be hitting more people with Hungering Blaze than 6v6 too, you know? I don't know, man. Jump scare. Oh. But yeah, Anran, as you guys can see, is definitely the more controversial character. And not in a bad way. Not in a bad way. It's actually nice to look at a character and not immediately know exactly what you're supposed to do. I think Anran by far is the least clear hero out of the release, and that's definitely a nice change of pace. Feels good to not know. Feels good to not know. Because, yeah. Wait, multi-chat just died. Dude, what is today? What is today? Why today? Why? Why did multi-chat just die? Try this again. Hang on, guys. Apologies. Where even is it? I don't even know how to do multi-chat anymore. Okay. I think I fixed it. Frick, man. What is today? Saturday. Thank you, guys. Okay, is there a later is this it? Are these the codes here? I'm sorry. I completely missed what you guys said because chat just completely exploded. Is he puking his brains out? Did he have a drunk stream? Now, Derpy messaged me today, and he said that he couldn't get anybody today, so he said we'd reschedule, so I said sure. Is this the right spreadsheet? I need you guys to hold my hand. I need you guys to hold my hand and gently put me down in bed and tuck me in and tell me exactly that I'm going to have good dreams and everything's going to be nice and that there's no monsters under bed. Like, I need you guys to tell me exactly what to do. Can you lock in my stream viewing experience as it's seamless right now? Okay, sorry. T1 Dallas, map 1. Okay, I can do that. I'm being told exactly what to do. Where is T1 Dallas? Is it on a different page? Oh. Thank you, Paul. Thank you, Paul.
I double-checked the closet for you, Pookie.
Bro, look, Dallas Peps. Dallas Disguised. It's not here! Stop telling me Control F. It's not here. There is only 2 matches. These are the scrims. Where am I going? Where is it? Is it somewhere else? Actual tournament. Okay, the actual tournament. OWCS. Preseason boot camp. Are there codes here? This one? Do I click and is there codes? No VOD links available. Okay. Stats. Ah! I did it! I figured it out! Yeah! Never a doubt. Never a doubt. I could do things by myself. Woo! Who are we looking at?
5, 4, 3, 2,
Yep.
1. Round 1.
Which one should we look at, guys? Zest? Sonjun? I mean, Zest feels like he should be good at Anran. He's like one of those DPS freaks, but... Alright. Off angle. Set on fire first because he hit more primary fire. Sonjun has to disengage. And funnily enough, this is where I really, really dislike the cleanse change. I think it takes a lot of the skill out of the matchup where like you should be able to cleanse, at least burn. Because if you have to use your cleanse to cleanse burn, I think that should be part of like the opportunity cost. It feels like it dumbs down the matchup to where just who hits the primary fire and who sets the other person on fire faster. That like takes so much of the nuance out of it. I really think this is one of the worst. I actually dislike this more than I dislike the verticality change, I think. Like the fact that she has to use cleanse here is just that is a huge, huge problem for her taking the duel, you know? It just takes a lot of the, kind of rewards only one dimension of the aspect. Well, it doesn't even necessarily need to be like a full cleanse, like a nade cleanse or whatever. But yeah, it kind of sucks. Find that everything cleanses in this game? Well, I think that cleanses are an important skill aspect of the game if they're used appropriately, right? Like Reaper Wraith cleanses, right? So then when you're playing Ana versus Reaper, you don't just use your nade whenever. You try to, if you can force Wraith early, then you prevent the Reaper from being able to cleanse your anti-nade and then heal himself up during the duel. There's certain situations which I think the cleanse is actually really good. It adds an extra layer of strategy. I agree that not everything should have a cleanse, but I think when you're talking about a character that is plays around fire, you know, like, I don't know. Not sure I fully agree. The self-cleanse means it rewards your timing your E for things like avoiding the status proc. Ria, does using your E cleanse your burn bar? Because if that's the case, maybe? No, so it doesn't do that either. Like, if you use it to where you could cleanse the burn bar right before it procced, then sure. But if it doesn't reset the burn bar, then it's brainless, right? So I think a lot of the nuance, yeah. Like, you can see it right here. Like, the iframe just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. It's literally just used in response to their cleanse, but it's not like we're not dodging anything. Like, you can kind of see it right now. It's literally just primary fire simulator right now. So if you guys have the same idea as the enemy Anran, it's literally just hitting your shots, which is just kind of boring, you know? I was thinking of Ananade. Like, you could iframe dodge the Ananade? Yeah, yeah. I don't think everything is about the mirror, right? This is obviously a caricature. Like, how many times are you going to play Anran versus an Anran on the exact same angle? It's not going to happen that often, but it is a bummer that was changed. The E cannot hit targets in the middle of a movement ability. Oh, interesting. I did not know that. I think it's the way that I saw a Karq video today where he described the E is actually a melee ability, which probably has some of the reason why there's probably some unique aspects about that. I'm surprised we aren't angling right. There you go. This is probably one of the worst maps to look at Anran because it's like really, really basic. There's not a lot of angle choices, but we'll still look at it just for a little conversational stuff. This is why I've complained about stuff like her dash in some aspects, and obviously like the E not cleansing. Like, you could kind of see that, yeah, the map is not great, but this is really boring. There just isn't a lot of clever interactions. We're just basically shooting and angling, and if the map doesn't... This is why I wanted to look at Rhea's, like, scrim codes, or rank codes, because that's guaranteed more interesting than what we're seeing here. There's really nothing to see here. So we'll, maybe we'll get a map with a little bit more verticality. This is why I'm not playing Anran right now. Good. That's a big ult. Lots of damage. Dash into E. Fan. I want Anran to cook before I spend some time there. You haven't done much to solve Anran? Sure, but I also look at this and I'm like, is there really anything else that could have been done differently there? Very clearly? Maybe. Not sure. You might be right. This map might be a little better. Let's see. There's a bit more congestion here. A little bit more options. He's deepening with tank, and now we'll angle right. Still deepening. It just feels so scary to take any sort of risk, you know? You get set on fire, you're fricked. I felt like I saw more creativity with Tree before when she had the cleanse. Maybe that's what somebody in chat was talking about, like with complaining about like day one Anran felt better, is because once you're set on fire, it's over, you know? So don't look really mechanically developed. Could be, yeah. I mean, it's definitely early, so who knows? This is what I talked about in stream, where I felt like Anran has immense potential, probably more so than any other character, but also has the potential to be a complete waste. Yeah, you can't see your own fire buildup. You can, it's just the replay code. You can't. Where is it shown? Right above... You can't in the replay viewer, but it's shown right above their health bar. You can just above the practice range. Yeah, it's in the practice range. It's like a little orange bar. You'll see it. When you know to look for it, you'll see it. But yeah, this is why our Anrans have been playing super quote-unquote passive, is because her mobility is limited. Oh, you can't see the fire belt on yourself. Oh, I misunderstood. I'm sorry. No, you can't. You can't. That would be way too much visual clutter, I think. Malga and Anran have separate meters that don't build up, but when they proc, you can feed off of the other one. I didn't know that. Good to know. I'm sorry, guys. Social media communication in a nutshell. Surprised we're not going top, but surprised we're also backing off here. You see, we're giving up that lane here. Maybe it's because we have ult and we want to do this. I don't dislike what I'm seeing. I don't know how you feel, Rhea. Yeah, there's moments where it doesn't feel super polished, but I don't know that I'm dislike what I'm seeing. I just don't know if there's like a lot of other options here. Maybe you disagree, Rhea? I thought the Mizuki gameplay that we saw was really quite bad. Emre was hit or miss. I thought Domino, when we found a good Domino, was really quite good. Let's get forward a little bit. It's so boring, man. It's so boring. Iframe for early pressure there, it gets smoked. Yeah. This one should be our best opportunity for more combo potential. Let's see here. It's just... That's crazy. I actually want to see this from Sunjun's POV. Early fire. Head height. There it is. There it is. Early crystal. Just... I'm glad I'm not crazy. This is how I felt I had to play half the time. Whenever it was being marked. That was good. Gets the on fire, gets out. That puts her at a slight advantage in the duel, so she forces pocket and she doesn't need pocket. But then she just took headshots there, so she has to disengage because she's going to lose the on fire duel. So there's definitely a problem where you need to be ready to disengage quickly if you don't win the early poke trade. Because the enemy Anran can really easily force that and turn that into a kill, and you can't cleanse it. So it's not so much of a situation where you lose a duel and you have to give up the space. You lose a duel, you die. So you had to, there's that nuance there. Oh no, I took a couple early headshots, I had to leave immediately. Which, there's the fire. Which is more engaging than trying to foresee? Maybe, I'm not so sure. I don't like the first 3 shots of the duel. That feels more like a Cassidy versus Cassidy duel, not a dive character. You understand what I'm saying? Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, when you get an early headshot in a Cassidy, that completely changes the dynamic of the duel, where the enemy Cassidy just can't peek you and can't engage at all. That feels like a hit scan duel. That does not feel like a dive DPS duel. Like, oh, I forced your recall. You know, now you're dead. No, it's like you're forced to recall, I can pursue you and either clear you out of the space or maybe then kill you. Genji duels, Tracer duels, they look a lot different than what we're seeing here. I mean, even that, right? We got set on fire, so actually we just have to run away. Oh, we didn't get the fire that we wanted. Yeah, there's just a lack of survivability in her kit because her mobility is extremely limited. For sure. I think that, like, that's the key thing. Her mobility is extremely limited. It's not that deep, but like, this is why when I was like initially critical of her mobility, and people were like, well, actually there was a couple of Reddit posts that like, her mobility is better than Genji Tracer's, you're just wrong. I'm like, you know, whatever. There's definitely, I missed the nuance of the verticality, frankly. Right. But like no, that's not true at all. This is exactly what we're expecting, right? Again, that there's probably some nuance here, and this is why I want to see Rio's rank code. There's probably situations where it's good, but saying that her mobility is actually insane, you just don't understand it. I think that's not true. I really don't think that's true at all. And you can see it right here. There's a real danger out of taking aggressive space in terms of how quick your mobility is. And saying otherwise, I feel like it's just something. It's not how far you can move or how high you can go, necessarily. The speed matters so much. Speed matters so much in Overwatch. Like, your ability to do something quickly. You know? So, that's why even, like, having, like, a faster walk speed is on paper really nice. And I think it's actually a fine change for her. It's good that she has it. But that alone isn't going to win you games or win you duels. That's like saying Soldier has insane mobility, you know? On paper, sure. But speed matters, man. And like, I mean, look at how slow that is. All right, Rhea, send me a couple of Discord, or you can drop in a Twitch chat. Send me a couple of rank codes. We'll kind of peruse. Maybe we'll pick a good matchup or a good map. I would like something versus like hit scan. I want to see her flex her mobility. I want to see it on it be like maybe Escort or Hybrid or Koth versus characters that aren't super flanky. And then maybe we'll look at something versus more of a divey matchup. See how that feels? Yeah, it feels a little like Juno, right? Juno, where it's a lot about like the rotation capability, but I'm not. This is 100% not the right way to play her. You need to watch somebody who picks the opposite perks. I mean, really? Okay. What perk did he choose? Yeah, dash perk for sure, I agree. Yeah, no, dash perk up for sure. But I don't, I think that's just a bad choice of perks. I don't think that necessarily completely changes how you play. Atlas Anran mirror. Okay. So this is Grandmaster.
Ready.
Which one are you, Rhea?
Initial flash. Station.
Okay. Emolga? Okay. Well, this is good because it's Anamizuki Torb and a slow tank. So there should be a decent amount of space for you to use your staging capabilities. Let's see. I mean, it's good. Yeah, I think that was the right play there. You had a really OP angle on tank, but... Okay, I want to see what their Anran does as well. Hard flank. Hard flank. Doesn't get marked. Doesn't get shot. Your supports literally don't even turn around. Dashes in. Iframe sets on fire. Sure, but that's just skill gap on your supports. Your supports just didn't even have their monitors turned on. Like, nobody was on the angle, nobody's on the lane, nobody even turned around. That's a nice little combo there. Primary fire into the dash. Good. Bam. And then you pivot around to cover. That was cool. Now, crucially, that's 75 burn. Oh, no, it's not. Wait. Rhea, how does a calculation for burn work with your primary fire? Your dash is 50. What's up, Wish? Yeah, it's a burn. I was stupid. It doubles with headshot. So it's at 25 with primary fire, but if you hit headshots, it goes to 50. Primary fire 25, 50 for head. And then 25 for fan, which doesn't headshot, right? Correct? But fan accelerates the burn rate to 20 DPS. Right? Yeah, tank has larger burn per hurdle. Yeah. But this is one of those small rare situations, not rare situations, but situations where you'll definitely, we don't have the perk yet, obviously. But being able to burn for another 1.5 seconds, is it 10 DPS? So it'd be an extra 15 damage here. And then also, like, let's say you were to re-engage that target. There's an extra 1.5 seconds where you could start to fan again. So maybe that's the nuance there, Ozai, now that you're here. It's like maybe the longer burn allows you to kind of disengage and re-engage and then be able to just go right back into fanning again without it expiring. Interesting. 20 with a fan, right. So we're going to take the Anran. There's a vertical dash, which I think is important because I think it's just like all about crosshair placement. Like if you're going to gap close on Anran here, this might be... This is one of the things that I theorycraft in bed a few days ago. I was thinking about it, and I was like thinking like the vertical dash for Peeker's advantage, right? So like in terms of you want to win the duel here, but you're not really sure you want to gap close immediately right away, then this means, I mean, you can look at it right here. Look at the crosshair gap, right? Like, so this means you're more likely, like a Widow duel, you're more likely to hit your shots off of the start and get towards that initial burn. And I think this matters regardless of whether your E cleanses or not. Right? So here, primary fire, primary fire, primary fire, and then we win. And you also notice, I wish we could see the burn meter in replay for you, right? But right there means that we can go right into the, was that a primary fire into fan? Or was it just, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. No, it's just fan. Could you do 1, 2 there? I don't really know how the, I really don't know how how smooth that 1, 2 feels. Doing for Arch, ult charge purely is okay.
The fire in my heart will never burn.
No, you can't. You can do that though, and you can do this, which we already saw. Okay.
A little harder.
Oh, wait. Did you guys just see that? Did you guys just see that? It's like Genji's primary fire. Wait, look at my ammo. Look at my ammo. Look at my ammo. Look at my ammo. Right? 18. But watch. 1. So you can actually animation cancel your dash too quickly to where you don't get both shots off. So it's actually important that you go, that's too fast. But if I go, I get both shots off. It's just like Genji's primary fire. I wonder if that works with fan. So that's about 30 damage. Oh, we can't do it. I set him on fire. I need to kill this guy. And this guy.
Now I'm really fired up.
I wonder if that works with fan. It does. Wait, no, it doesn't. Wait, I'm not even fanning. I'm not even fanning. It does though. I think it does. Because that's 50 damage, which would be my dash, but that is not 30 damage for the fan. So you need to like go full fan then dash. If you go pop, you don't even really get the full fan. Or the full primary fire. Yeah, just like Genji's primary fire. Interesting. You actually can cancel both your alt and secondary fire before they even go off or finish an animation. Melee does not give you meter, to my knowledge, no. Now, I'm pretty sure Rhea in chat demonstrated it perfectly with a Torb. Where I'm pretty sure he got both shots off on the Torb. Okay, we're way too far in. Where are we at? Okay, it was right here. Right there. You see it? 2 shots into the dash. But there is a world there where you cancel that too quickly and you only get 1 shot off. And that's pretty important for burn meter. Because I imagine... I gotta test it again. Does 1 headshot proc 50 burn meter? You see what I'm saying? Yeah, you'll miss the damage.
Fire in my heart will never burn out. Feeling warm yet?
That's big. That's big. That means it's not as important. It's nice to get that extra damage, which is what, 22 extra damage, right? Yes, 22 extra damage, but it's not crucial. The most important thing is proccing that burn meter. So maybe you do.
Set ablaze.
You see that? It's mentioned in the advanced info. I mean, not really. No, it says 25% per hit base. Right? I mean, that maybe that's technically what it... that doesn't immediately clarify to me. It says 25% base doesn't necessarily mean... Huh. But yeah, the big thing here is like maybe you shouldn't go. Maybe you should just go. "25% base plus 2." No, I know that. I know that. You guys aren't listening to what I'm saying. I'm saying that 25% does not apply to you hitting both shots. You only have to hit 1. I'm not talking about the crit versus non-crit. I'm talking about whether you hit 1 shot versus 2 shots. It doesn't affect. 1 shot counts as a volley, right? Exactly. That's not clarified. I don't know how it would clarify. That's like ridiculously niche. But, right. So even, yeah, exactly. So you would go right there because that's 75 plus 25. And you go think of the sub. So basically my point being is, what do you do with this information? Well, you don't do what I said and be concerned about animation canceling too fast. You don't care if it cancels too fast because the biggest thing is getting the dash and this 1 bullet.
Set ablaze. Now I'm really fired up.
75, where are you getting that from? 1 body shot, 1 dash. That's 75% right there. One fan is 25%, and then you're done. Or, sorry, here. Plus, you might miss the burn. Might miss the headshot. Sorry, yeah. So you're really rewarded just to go body shot dash, fan. And there you go. Right, of course, that changes if you're shooting a tank because they have a larger threshold. Is it possible to hit one shot each from a single volley into 2 targets? That would be pretty funny. Probably not. Ooh! Okay, super, super unlikely, but technically, yeah, you could. So that would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. But yeah, the fact that it's only, I mean, you could even do it from this perspective as well here. Check this out. Super, super gimmick fun, but... Oh, I missed the body shot there. But yeah, you can cleave with your fan. You know, so yeah, right. So not realistic, but the one realistic thing that is that you really are rewarded for getting that primary fire in before you dash. Like you need to get that combo down because that dramatically reduces the time to kill. And if you really don't have confidence in your aim, just fan. Same thing.
Feeling warm yet? Zai.
Combo plus E? Yeah, let me kill this guy. So it would be... Technically... The real question is, what if I don't hit him with the E? I don't think he dies. Maybe I'll do it with a perk really fast. Let's try this. I don't hit him with the dash. But, ladies and gentlemen, but wait for it, 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 wait for it. Flat spog. There is a world. So yeah, most important thing though, out of all this like gimmicky stuff, is you need to animation cancel your dashes. You need it's free charge. The 22 damage, 44 damage, headshot or no headshot, whatever. But you need to primary fire into dash. You need to primary fire into dash. These are 250 headshot bots. Yeah. So yeah, there is basically that is something to be aware of. The most important thing is that you need to do this, whether you hit one bullet or two. Yeah, you can hit somebody with the same dash twice. Right. And that technically can dash them or kill them. So, yeah, cool. Cool. I wish we could do that more. And that might be something that happens a lot more in ranked than it does in officially marked trend. What's up, Zanzibar? So we will see. This is why I wanted to look at Rio's code. It's already 10 times more interesting than the pro slot. So we win the 1v1 through crosshair placement, through our proactive use of dash, which I think is cool. So like right there, that just means that we hit one extra projectile. So that means we immediately fan, which then immediately puts her on the back foot. She needed to dash out there. If I'm hindsight coaching this Phantom right here, we need to already be dashing out. So she's fricked. You can even tell her muscle memory there. She's like, oh, nope, too late. Because you basically comfortably took that 2v1 with basically no help. Did we fan cancel into E here? You probably should have primary fired into dash there. And then held the dash to pursue her after a disengage, but I'm being nitpicky. I'm just theory crafting. I might be dead wrong with some of these statements, but I'm just thinking. Didn't feel like the iframe dodge did anything there. You didn't need the help. You didn't need the iframe. Just keep shooting or fanning. That feels good. That felt good. Just trying to proc burn on her? Right, but that wouldn't you be better off to just to primary fire and to dash there instead? Like wait for her to come out of her E, then primary fire dash, you know, and then maybe pursue afterwards? I don't know. Because what's the alternative? You E into dash, which I guess maybe that is the play? I don't know. You find fan more consistent hit after the E? Well, yeah. I'm talking more about using the E itself. Can you do a fan melee shift for 4 extra damage? No. We tried it. Her melee animation cancel is really buggy. It doesn't really proc half the time. And it does cancel, but the melee doesn't proc. And it's just better to use hold to shift, I think. Yeah. Maybe something to keep an eye on, though. They might change that in the future. But yeah, it's not at all like Divas. We thought it would be. Yeah, fire between abilities feels safe. Quite literally. Fire. Okay. There are 2 wolves. The first wolf, the non-Spilo wolf, probably the more intelligent wolf, is the soft off angle here, probably, rather than where you are now. Shoot the tank, shoot the tank, shoot the tank, wait for backline to pop in, use your ult, slam, murder, death, and destruction. I framed your the sleep dart immediately afterwards, then dash out, probably a guaranteed kill. Right. The other wolf, the Spilo wolf, is saying, I have a res. And so I'm going to shoot, dash, E, fan, dash, die, murder, death, explosions, and murder. Or even just kind of use this angle here. Whatever. Maybe this would be a situation where you would shoot E, just so that you don't leave the cover. And then use my ult for res. Right. I understand what you're saying, Rhea. You might be right, but I also might be right as well. You know what I'm saying? Like, I am, because I have res, I'm going to take the more aggressive lane and angle. Don't I sandwich myself? Not if you stay here. Yeah, I agree with you maybe pushing out. That's why I was thinking maybe not, but yeah. Not if you stay here. So, that's what I would do. That's what I would do with Echo. That's what I would do with this character, but I might be wrong. No, Malga and Anran do not share a burn proc meter, according to Meme Lord Ozai, who I trust because he's been giving me a lot of cool strats. However, you can feed off of each other's burn once it happens, if that makes sense. But I don't know for sure. That's just what I hear from Meme Lord Ozai. So they have separate burn meters, but once the burn is procced, you're cooking. I don't like the angle. Okay. We'll skip the angle side. I mean, I think you being on the right side here would be objectively better, just given where the rest of your team is. And I wonder even if we should have forced the ult here. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We go slash. We fan. Notice we animation canceller, fan there, into our E to dodge the CC. And then fan into the dash. Now we're doing a lot of fanning, but just because it's obviously the target's on fire, but it's also a little easier to hit. So, yeah. That was a good use of the ult. I think that was a very good use of the ult. I'm still on the fence about whether that's the better use of the ult versus my cooking idea, but I think that's correct. That's correct. We did exactly what we wanted it to do. The only difficult, frustrating part is that we didn't quite get the kills, but that's super like hindsighty. And like they used Nano, they used support ult 1, 2, and then they also used Orisa ultimate. So I think that was like perfectly reasonable. So that right there feels correct. It's not easier to hit. Right click is impossible to miss. That's what I said. I said the right click is easier to hit. Like you're going for the fan animation cancels there, not only because they're on fire, but also because it's easier to hit. That's what I said. I don't know, like baptism. Maybe somebody in chat can help you.
That's better.
I don't know, Toaster. I asked that question to Karki when we were at Spotlight. I told him he needs to check that. Weird rotation, more of a positional nitpick. So this is where I would use my E way sooner than this, I think.
Set ablaze.
So the reason why, like, I think I would just immediately primary fire into E. I don't know, man. Maybe it's a waste. I just like look at it. Okay, here's the way I look at it. Okay, maybe Rhea, you can give me your explanation of what you think of this here. I look at this as like the sooner I can iframe dodge, the better, because he's already on fire, so he's burning a little bit. I can animation cancel the E, sure, but also I don't want to be taking damage right now. I want it to just take a little, get me 30, 40, 50 damage, whatever. While whatever, I'm not really sure.
Set ablaze.
I'm not really sure. And then I assume you ended with primary fire there because he was already burning, and then like he was just a super massive hitbox. Yeah, but like the way that I look at it is fan to make burn better, sure. But then fan into E, or fan into your iframe dodge. Like, I don't think you burst win these duels, you know? Like, I think you need to kind of try to sustain it out and be ready to disengage the second he gets pocket. You get what I'm saying? That's my thought process there. That's unfortunate. I don't know. Not sure. I'm honestly not really sure. Okay, I gotta pee really fast. I'll be right back. We'll keep going. This is perfect. Rhea, I would like another code. You said you had an Ike code. Maybe something that's a little bit different in terms of verticality. Maybe something a little bit more sniper focused. But this has been good. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Got some socks too. I really think the old overhealth perk is better miner. It lets him stay there and get at least one of those kills earlier. Yeah, I mean, it's a question. You might be right. When Echo Copy dies, she reverts back immediately. Oh, okay. That's a bummer. Maybe not that big of a deal, though. Maybe it'd be too broken. I don't know. I hope my socks get wet. Jag, I can one-up you, my friend. I hope that you wash your hands the next time that you wear a long sleeve shirt or a sweatshirt. I hope that when you wash your hands, a big old trickle of water goes all the way up your sweatshirt to your armpit and just makes everything soaking wet right up to your shoulder. Both arms. Yeah, I said it. Pick on me again, big boy. See what happens. Check starboard. What does starboard say? Bro has a girl, but she still has much more muscle mass, or more muscle mass than him. Comedy gold. I'll see you at BlizzCon. Buddy. You'll see the real beefcakes in IRL. I'll mog your skibby-looking booty cheeks like you're... getting pincered, 2v1. No support. You need to get out. That was good. Oh, that sucks. And this is just the support curse. What the frick are your supports doing? Okay, that's fine. Oh, sorry. The weaving primary plus secondary fire in Anran is faster than either one alone. I don't know. Maybe that's the case. 200 bits. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know. I actually don't know. I really don't know. I think especially after the fan buff, I'm not so sure. Maybe Rhea can give me an opinion. Spyro got a sleeper build? Yeah, that's right. Frame mogs? Yeah, I need to work on my vernacular. I gotta get with the times. I'm not 100% sure if weaving is faster, but it's preserved. Surely you should be deepening here, no? Like, surely you should be deepening here. Like, angling tank is fine if the map doesn't give it to you, but man, like you're getting angle mogged by and Anita Max Wayne. You know what I'm saying? Like, surely. I don't really want to talk about positioning stuff as much, but I feel like that's definitely the play. Bro gets cleave mogged by the Ana Sigma instead of angle maxing the Skibbity Torb. Holy crap! Mandy, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. I appreciate it. Are you going to be in Pogs today?
My ultimate is ready.
Torb PS. I don't even think Rhea knew the Torb was there. We'll watch one more fight here, but this has been juicy. Yeah, this just feels like unwinnable for the enemy Anran. Like there's just no way. See, this is what kind of gives me the skibbity. Is like, I hate looking at this and seeing that primary fire from you and just knowing that this Anran is dead. I don't like this. Like, you look at this and you hit 2 primary fires, it's over. And you knew it. You knew it was over. Like, because the second that you get the advantage there, I'm not even, maybe if she can double dash to a mega, maybe. But like, what is she supposed to do now? You know, like, where is she supposed to go? Like, she can't iframe clear. Her dash doesn't go fast enough or far enough. I think she's just dead. For the idiots over here. Well, we talked about how you can't cleanse the burn anymore. And her mobility is too slow to escape. I just don't know that I think she's dead. Like, there's no, I don't think that she could even use double dash to get, I think it's over. And I look at that exact same situation and I think Genji, Tracer, what are some other flankers that maybe could function here? Fanning after primary is a mistake. Should have used E maybe. Okay, so the one nuance with E, I think maybe Ozai, I think maybe you want to avoid using your E early versus the on-run mirror now, because in theory, you can dodge their E burst damage. So in other words, if you E first here, right? Look at this. We E, she E's first, which then means we can dodge her E damage with our E. You see that? And then hit her with our E damage afterwards. There's no nuance anymore. You just don't E. I mean, guys, listen. I am the first guy to say that, oh, don't use so-and-so first. There's such a lazy way of looking at duels in Overwatch, right? Never use so-and-so first. No, just it's way more complicated than that in a lot of ways, you know? But this is one, maybe this situation, it's over, right? Like, it's just freaking over. Which I really hate, man. I really hate that. Venture, maybe? Sombra, yeah, I don't know. Isn't it easy to dodge? I don't think so. Like, right here, she could maybe dash out, but like, look at that radius. That would be like, she would have to like dash immediately. You might be right. Maybe there's a world where you can dodge it. I hope so, because this is a really brain rot duel, I'm not gonna lie. Pretty brain rot dodge. If she dashes sooner, my E doesn't hit her? Okay. I hope that there's more nuance in that duel, because that was painful to watch for the Genji 2.0. Like, no disrespect, you just completely mechanically destroyed her. That's not your skill. It's the duel just looks a lot less fun than I was hoping. This is good because this angle's kind of duty cheeks and you're not fully HP either, so. Wait, you used the dash perk? It's not the dash perk? Oh. What was the fricker in Twitch chat earlier telling me that all the pro Anrans were playing it wrong and that they were using the wrong perks? This is pretty funny. Get mogged by a Torb turret. Okay, we gotta stop saying this crap. Well, no, I can see the perks here. I just don't know which ones are which. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see the perks in the bottom right. They're there. I think, on paper, Anran should be able to handle Genji quite well. You can cleave through his E, I'm pretty sure, with your fan. Chip damage helps a lot. Dash, chip, E, iframe. I feel like the matchup should be pretty good. What's up, Kalfi? How are you? How's your OWCS maxing? Can you interact with the scoreboard? Yes. Scoreboard, how are you? You looking good? Doing... Okay, sorry. We need to... I wonder if we could deepen here. What does this map give us? I mean, come on, man. Like... Bro, if I was playing Genji or Tracer, I'd be doing this, right? If you're not doing this as Anran, then something's wrong, you know? Maybe you're just not angle maxing. I don't freaking know. Oh! Drop maxing, sleep deprivation maxing. We love that. Listen. You're only young once, so make sure that you're as miserable as you possibly can. Life hack. Okay. Spot the mistake, ladies and gentlemen. Spot the mistake. Spot the mistake. Spot the mistake. So first off, the rotation is... I'm questioning. Wait, you did animation cancel. Frick! There goes my entire point. Wait, no you didn't. No, yes you did. You did animation cancel. Poopy, man. I mean, come on. Surely you can hit a primary fire here. How have I been? Been pretty good. Pretty good. Been mog maxing. Sunshine Bread, why are you here? Why are all the grifters here? This just feels like you could have played this one better. Like, okay, hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. Hear me out. I'm being critical here. Okay? I don't think you're gonna survive this. Shut the frick up, Sunshine Bread. I will not entertain you. I'm honestly tempted to just sit here and stare at the screen for 10 minutes just to prove you wrong, but I'm too much of a weakling. Hear me out. I don't think you can get out here. Like, I think you're just screwed. So, what I think, primary fire into dash, into fan, into E, all in. Cash out. Isn't E early? Wait for Ana to turn. Well, we kind of talked about the cast time can be a little bit awkward. So maybe I can agree, disagree. But I'm actually thinking the reason why I'm disagreeing or agreeing is that I think we should all in combo here. No? Like, just go for your little sauce dash, you know? I mean, it's kind of still the same. Maybe it doesn't really matter. Maybe I'm like, why would you dash first and not E first? They're both 50. Maybe I'm being needlessly... Is there really any reason to use E or dash here? You don't need the verticality. You don't need the I. Maybe the only criticism of why you dash first is, like, what was I saying? She's not looking. I think I E in anticipation of sleep. Yeah. Yeah, see, the thing is maybe there just really isn't any reason to use E versus dash because they both do the same thing for the burn meter, and they both do the same thing in terms of damage. Yeah, put on a cooldown faster, but we already have used a dash. If we had 2 dashes, then we should 100% use a dash. Oh shoot, Clups. Slap your mama. I did not think about the heal. That's probably the most important thing, actually. So either visual aggro here. Visual aggro or self-heal. I think that's the play. But yeah, mostly nitpicking here. It's more about like, yeah. How hard is it to coach new heroes? Really easy for me because I have I wouldn't even say it's a talent because I've worked really hard for it. I just instantly see new hero and I know perfectly how to play it. Which is why I don't play a lot on stream because I wouldn't want to humiliate people. Okay, genius. Yeah. See, this is a strat, guys. VIP your friends, but don't gift them subs so that they're more likely to stay around in your chat and give you ad revenue. Because like, oh, I'm VIP, I'm special. They're not special. But if you VIP them, they'll stick around and give you ad revenue. Dash can hit twice. That's true. You could also, I don't know. No, you weren't supposed to do that. I actually wonder if somebody's gifted. I just slammed my hand on my desk. Ow!
I used to laugh at safety. Now they call me
Okay.
Three-Finger Joe.
You could dash twice here, but I think I don't know if you'd want to lock yourself into a big old zoomy dash here because it might just kind of screw you over. Because you might get slept. Why didn't you come to your birthday party? You didn't invite me. At least that's the story I'm telling. I don't know how to decline birthday party invitations, guys. I don't know the socially acceptable way to say no, so I just pretend I never got it. I got lost in the mail. Don't check my trash can. 1 dash procs twice. Well, no, I know what you're saying because you're like, oh, whoppa, but you could say the same thing for E. We're more about arguing about E versus dash here. Is it socially acceptable to say no? No, it's not socially acceptable to answer the door and say no. It's not socially acceptable to answer the phone and say no. It's not socially acceptable to answer a text by saying no. It's not socially acceptable to answer a Discord or a Facebook or a Twitter DM by answering no. So you just ghost people. Life hack, ghost people. Don't ever respond. We live in the age of communication, and the thing you should avoid is communication. No, I'm being a little facetious, about getting on and getting out. I think you could have dropped and lived for a little bit here, but it's just more about a thinking exercise. Overall, this seems fine. And if you die there, you can look yourself in the mirror and say, I am a loser for playing Overwatch. But I think that was probably the right idea. That seems correct. Primary fire, fan into dash, primary fire into dash, alt fire or your fan into E. And yeah. He should single, right, exactly. It was a hit both headshots, loser. Yeah. We're being very nitpicky because this is not coaching, guys, really. This is more along the lines of I'm just analyzing it. It's the same thing when we were looking at the pro VODs. I'm just genuinely curious about how stuff. Oh, wait, no, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say maybe there's some nuance about when you use E, but it doesn't really matter because you're taking 50 healing anyway and 50 damage anyway. So there's still no. I thought that maybe there's some nuance here, but no, there's no nuance. No nuance. Brain dead rot. Frick, and we missed the jump. We missed the jump. Frick me, man. Wait, we ulted. This guy, I never use ult whenever I can. Actually, never mind. This makes total sense. I mean, that was cheeky as all get out. This you kind of fumbled it there. That's definitely an E. I don't know why you dashed. The other thing too about this as well, if I can be critical, and I will, is that this is definitely a situation where you could I think you could dash out here. Dash out. I definitely think you could where before is there's nowhere to go. I think if you iframe it and don't like it, you can just get out given the cover. So I think using your dash here is like, I mean, you have another one, I guess, but that, I felt like you misplayed that duel pretty badly. Maybe the worst duel that we've had so far. Oh, poopy. Okay, let's stop here. Rhea, let's look at one of your other codes here. Having on in the background is such an experience. It's on purpose. I'm trying to train you guys to never have streams on in the background unless you're like drops maxing. You're fully engaged in what you're doing or you're fully disengaged. This is why I never break eye contact whenever I'm talking with somebody. Literally never. I okay. All right. I'm sorry, guys. Is Rialto worth looking at here, even if the tracer? Oh. But I want to look at Rialto because verticality, bro. Bubble mother. You know? Verticality. I want to see. We'll look at maybe like a little bit of Ike as well. When was this added? You'll like some of this. You'll like some of the emotes there, Sunshine. Thank you for the promo. I was gonna say, is this I'm gonna feel really stupid, guys. Who's this Zarya player? I can't remember her name. I have the worst memory. I literally wait, no. I'm gonna force myself to remember. Yeah, maybe this is her alt. You know, I guess in a speed sport, right? It's oh man. It's okay if I don't remember. It's fine. It's not a big deal. Abacadafagaha Jakalamana Pakwaras. I can't remember. Dang it, Time Sky. Shoot. I'm a failure. Dang it. Yeah, I don't know if this is this guy or not, but. Alright, surely. Oh, we're being mirrored, frick. I was gonna say, if they don't mirror us, they run like double hit scan, we could just go left, but. Brain rot. That feels good. You know, you force her to kind of take the engagement or disengage. It's like there's no real downside. You don't really need your thingy. You a wizard? Yeah. I was trying to get like the vowel sounds. You know what I'm saying? Like, what was it? No. Cthulhu. Yo Spilo Green. Yo Spilo Green. Nice. Playing the Fury Trickster. LOL. I'm creeped out by you, though. Looking creepy today. Thank you. I love words. Alright, we need to angle max. Surely we just deepen, right? Why aren't we deepening? There we go. Okay. Thoughts. Isn't it better to just dash here? Like just... You know, and just make sure you get... I just spat on my mic. To just, like, go quickly in. I guess it doesn't really matter. We want to save a cooldown there, but I just don't think we need it. Nice. Little animation cancel there. Early burn. We probably need to save our mobility to go up, but instead we go in. USB look great. Nice. Like the Fury Trickster. Prophet Nico. Surely we go side angle or top, right? Frick me, man. Come on, Rhea. Definitely frontline angle here because it's freaking impossible to get backline here. Well, maybe you ult this. I feel it. I feel it. Skibbity. Wouldn't you just get pulled though? Aw. I'm not gonna lie. I think the play here has to be like all in backline for sure. Hit the freaking Juno out of the sky. Just murk. You know what I'm saying? Just straight up murk. I just don't think... I don't know. This just feels so lame. When am I going to get a haircut? I mean, I got a haircut. Like, I got a really short haircut a month or two ago. My hair's been extra grandma-ish recently. I don't really know why. Feel like our side angle was so strong? Yeah. I understand. But I also don't think it's bad to force your ult value, you know? Oh, that sucks. Doesn't matter, we burn first, we win. Could you give your thoughts on Anran's ult? We talked about it earlier, it's fine. You have to get a haircut every couple of weeks. What? A month and a half is too long? Frick, no. Look, it's not my choice. Nothing wrong with hair. That's right. Alright, let's see how we cross. How the frick do we cross? Surely we go right. Surely we go right. Surely we go right. Rhea, what the frick are we doing? Go right. Go right. Your Tracer's cleared the lane for you. Thank you. This classic and iconic look. Sunshine Bread, I respect that so much about you. Only because you said something nice about me, but I respect that. You're allowed to have your opinion, right? Freedom of speech, guys. Why are you going around behind? Okay, thank you. He is instantly recognizable by whatever's Okay, that I don't like where that went. You should have just like left it at the first sentence. Why aren't we rotating around behind? Like, surely we could go here and then skippity-doo right to here and then go from here. Like, I mean, come on. Like, surely like the flank is worth trying here. Right? What do you think, Rhea? Feels too deep. Oh, man. But, like, what's the alternative, bro? Like, you're not using your dash, your fan, you're nothing. Like, I don't know. Scary? Yeah, but, look, nothing's happening, man. I don't know how I feel about that, Salmon. Like, this just can't be right. Let's look at the ite code. Let's look at the ite code and we'll stop at that because we've been cooking for a while and I don't even know if we'll have time for Jetpack Cat. Maybe we'll just do Jetpack Cat on Tuesday. Maybe she can hands the danger in this chat. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's probably. I'm glad we spent as much time as we did today, like almost 2 hours or an hour and a half, whatever. Like, come on. Like, surely you gotta play here, Don. Like, surely. My voice goes higher and higher. Like, surely that has to be the play. Like, it's surely this has to be the play. Like, surely. Like, right? Even though we're down one? Aw, frick you, Sunshine. You sit here, you trash talk, and you give me like a whopping 2 cents of ad revenue.
We're outnumbered.
Almost, Chubb. Almost, Chubb. Not today, my friend. Not today, my friend. Almost. But to Rhea's credit, maybe there's value here in situations when it's hard to gap close given the map. You know what I'm saying? And the only reason I'm being critical, Chad, is because I want to know what's optimal. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're learning here. Ugh. Why am I so handsome? Hard work. Like, I feel like you could even go over the roof there. Not now, but... You're learning from this person? Yes. This is a Grandmaster, yeah, for sure. Like, imagine it, like, look at how much we did there. I mean, we're down 3 or 2 or whatever, but, like, that was a lot. What's Spylo's height and weight? You want my social security number as well? I'm 5'8.5", closer to 5'9", and I'm 180 pounds. Not with shoes, just barefoot. Basically 6 foot, yes. No, not 5'7", no. I give 6 foot vibes though. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal. Yeah, I got you. I get that all the time. None of this forced masculinity crap that those under 6 footers give. Surely we should be gap closing here. No sleep dart. Fan animation cancel. That was nice. Bro, Chicken, you've never even met me in person. Kleps has met me in person. Kleps knows. I'm a hulking behemoth. My body is rippling muscle. And I was even smaller when Kleps met me. I was like a wee lad of 5'4", and I've grown since then. You're taller than me? Well, yeah, but yeah, congrats. You're also better than me at hit scan. We've misplayed this one terribly, but we're still gonna get the kill. You're bigger than me? Oh, well, I don't know if I like that. You're 6 feet? I thought you were like 5'4", not gonna lie. Okay, guys. Miss our primary fire, but we get the dash. Do I want you to be, no. Thank you, though. I already have a Valentine. Actually, I've already have 7 or 8 Valentines, so it's kind of on a rotational policy. You can apply for the waiting list, though. We'll call you back. Don't call us. We'll call you. We'll take a look at your resume, and it's an unpaid internship. The frick is that? You guys hear that? Who's we? I can't tell you that. Oh, we didn't get our YF. Is Spylo a chud? Alright, I want to see attack here. We'll probably finish this with this. I promise you I'm still paying attention to what's happening on my screen. Mostly. First time chatter moment? I mean, I respect it. This is definitely a Spylo-pilled movement. See, this is what happens when you're Spylo-pilled, though. You create space for your Roadhog. Look at that. Look at that. See? See? You know what I'm saying? We're cooking. Now what we should do, if we're feeling really, really saucy, is you should primary fire into E into fan here. Just all in. Don't give a frick. I guess maybe not. I don't know why I'm Eing. He's not even looking at you, so it's not like you set him on fire more. Never mind. I mean, it kind of would have been funny, though. You know what I'm saying? We could just keep shooting, though. Is Elo Hello Myth unless I'm playing? Yes. Alright. Yeah. Ugh! I would have hidden there. Applying to be next year's Valentine. This I don't like. This I don't like. I think, in fact, I know that I probably would have, I know I probably would have tailed along this way instead. Been more rat pilled. Because case in point. Wait, wrong person. I was like, wait, why are we Juno now? Oh, yes, 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 yes. The greed on the edge. We love that. You have your dash too as well. You can just drop. Dopamine. Spook City. Should be fine. Nice. Am I the same Spylo so you see with him and kitten? Yes, that's me. Yeah, that was me. To be fair, it wasn't a family of kittens. It was just like 2 unrelated kittens, but it's not a big deal. I think my problem is that I just care too much. Wildlife, innocence in general. put myself at risk. It's a tough challenge to overcome, but... Well, this is where Anran should be good, right? Like, there's a lot of verticality here. It's a really slow composition. You notice that basically we've had free staging this entire game. You know what I'm saying? Free staging this entire game is a big deal. So this is definitely where Anran should thrive. Exactly. I care too much, least obvious psychopath. Thank you. I can't believe this gameplay gets a GM.
Shake it off.
You'd be surprised at how bad Diamond Masters and Grandmaster gameplay looks like. My favorite is the "this is GM one," and then you look up that person's gameplay and it's significantly worse. People just lack self-awareness. This is more of like a this is more of like a gameplay analysis from a Grandmaster. It's a Grandmaster. Imagine if we had the other perk there. That's true. Oh man, Princess is killing us. I do want to look. We'll finish with this. This I feel like is a good place to stop. Okay, surely we should win this duel. We get the dash. We alt fire into E, but we E'd before he looked at us. So maybe the whole animation cancel crap is like, it really is a big opportunity cost when they're not looking at you. Maybe just keep shooting. Smile, get a grip. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't know. Like, yeah, because you don't even hit the damage there, right? So I feel like this is one of those where you just keep chasing and keep shooting. And so I think I was wrong earlier. Like, there really is not a lot of good reasons to use E proactively if they're not looking at you. You know? Like, you gotta keep going. You just gotta keep going here. I went from plat to master so we can literally nothing about the lobby change. Well, that's a take. Yeah. What's self-awareness? Well, if you guys buy my $600 course, you'll learn all about it. You know, the course that you'll start and then just never finish. Cheers, Indigo. Yeah. Okay. Thoughts, concerns, anything that we think we missed, we should go over. Ria, thank you. I appreciate these codes, mate. This was very helpful.